Hello and welcome to English Time with Sana, the podcast for intermediate and advanced learners who are ready to cross the gap from fluent to fluent and fantastic. I'm Sana. By day, I'm in the classroom, navigating the wonderful chaos of language learning. By podcast, I'm sharing those insights with you. Here, you'll expand your vocabulary, overcome common language learning struggles, and finally build the fluency mindset you need. This is episode 4, how to stop comparing your English to others and finally focus on your own incredible journey. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt really good about your English until you heard someone else speak? I saw this happen just yesterday in one of my online speaking classes. It's a semi-private class and we had a new student join us. Let's call her Anna. She's been living in the US for years and her fluency is, as you'd expect, really strong. And then there was Sarah. Sarah has been my student for 3 months. She's incredibly hardworking, passionate, and I've watched her grow every single week. She's a great English speaker and I'm so proud of her. But the moment Anna started speaking, I could literally see Sarah's confidence just drop. She went from her usual chatty, confident self to giving short, one-word answers. After class, I asked her if everything was okay. And she said something I know so many of you will relate to. She said, I was the highest level in my old group. I felt confident, but now she lives in the US. She's more fluent than me. I just feel embarrassed to talk. That feeling, that sudden drop in confidence when we compare ourselves to others, it's one of the most common and most damaging problems in language learning. It whispers that you're not good enough and makes you want to quit, and it completely ignores your own amazing progress. So today we're tackling that exact problem. This is your guide to quitting the comparison game and falling in love with your own unique journey. Before we dive in, a quick reminder. You can follow along with the full transcript for this episode on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe there for extra resources. Alright, let's get into it. How do we stop comparing and start thriving? We're going to break it down into 4 parts: mindset, strategies, self-talk, and the bigger picture. First, shift your mindset. This is the foundation. It all starts in your head. Mindset shift number 1. Language learning is a journey, not a race. Everyone is at a different point on the path. The person you're comparing yourself to might have started years before you, had more immersion, or completely different opportunities. Their path is not yours. Your only real competition is who you were yesterday. Mindset shift number 2. Better is subjective. What does better English even mean? A larger vocabulary? A perfect accent? Someone might have a vast vocabulary but struggle with grammar. Another might speak fluently but have a strong accent. There is no single definition of good. Your English is a unique combination of your experiences, and that's something to be proud of. Mindset shift number 3. You're only seeing the highlight reel. You hear someone give a perfect presentation or tell a funny story. What you don't see are the hours they spent practicing, the mistakes they made beforehand, or the native speaker friend who helped them proofread an email. You're comparing your behind-the-scenes struggle to their final edited cut. It's not a fair comparison. And finally, mindset shift number 4. Your goal is communication, not perfection. The ultimate goal of any language is to connect with other human beings. Did you get your point across? Did you understand them? If yes, then you have already succeeded. Perfection is an illusion that even native speakers don't achieve. Second, let's get practical with actionable strategies. Strategy number 1. Identify your triggers. When does that comparison monster pop up? Is it in work meetings? While scrolling through LinkedIn or Instagram? Once you know what triggers that feeling, you can manage your exposure to it or prepare yourself mentally beforehand. Strategy number 2. Curate your input. Be ruthless about who you follow online. If certain English guru or polyglot accounts make you feel inadequate, mute or unfollow them. Your feed should inspire you, not discourage you. Instead, follow learners who are honest about their struggles and their progress. Strategy number 3. Practice active listening differently. Next time you're in a conversation, shift your focus. Instead of listening to judge someone's level, listen to learn from them. Hear a cool new word or phrase? Think, oh, I like that. I'm going to try to use it. Turn envy into a learning opportunity. Strategy number 4. Focus on your own progress. Keep a journal. It can be written or a voice memo on your phone. Make an entry once a month. Then, when you feel like you're not improving, go back and listen to an entry from 3 or 6 months ago. You will be absolutely shocked at the progress you've made that you don't see day to day. Strategy number 5. Celebrate small wins. Used a new word correctly? Understood a movie without subtitles? Had a full conversation without switching to your first language? This is a victory. Celebrate it. These small wins are the real milestones on your journey. Third, reframe your internal dialogue. What you say to yourself matters deeply. Let's replace those negative thoughts with empowering ones. Instead of, their accent is so perfect, mine is terrible. Try, their accent is great. I can work on a specific sound to make my pronunciation clearer. Instead of, they know so many words, I'll never get there. Try, wow, they used a cool word I don't know. I'll add it to my vocabulary list. Instead of, I sound so stupid compared to them. Try, I am communicating effectively in my second language. That is an incredible achievement. Instead of, everyone is better than me. Try, I am on my own unique path. My journey is about my growth, not theirs. Finally, remember the bigger picture. Your English is your superpower. You speak at least 2 languages. You have access to multiple cultures, ways of thinking, and communities. The vast majority of the world is monolingual. What you're doing is extraordinary. Native speakers make mistakes too. They say and ahs. They misuse words. They forget grammar rules. Do not hold yourself to a standard that doesn't even exist for them. And remember, vulnerability connects. Sometimes simply saying, I'm still learning, so please bear with me, can be a powerful way to connect with someone. It shows humility and courage, and most people will respond with support and patience. Your English journey is uniquely yours. It has its own rhythm, its own challenges, and its own beautiful milestones. Protect it from the noise of comparison, and you'll find it become a much more enjoyable and rewarding experience. Okay everyone, that's all for today's main lesson. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of English Time with Sana. Before we finish up, I've got 2 quick things for you. First, your journey doesn't have to end when the episode does. To help you practice everything we learned today, I've created a free worksheet and a glossary for this episode. It's the perfect way to turn what you've learned into what you actually use. You can get it by joining my Telegram channel. The link is waiting for you in the episode description. And second, I'd love to hear from you. Our question of the week is, what's one small win you've had with your English this week? Maybe you learned a new word, understood a movie without subtitles, or finally nailed a tricky pronunciation. Share your victory in the comments. I read every single one and I love celebrating your progress with you. That's all for now. Remember, progress over perfection. See you next time on English Time with Sana.